done by Dave Thomas Jr., who is one of my favourite artists. I used 2 of his tracks on Afterlife 2, Little Piece of Nothing and Silence, which is sort of the crescendo of the series. And anyway, I said on Twitter yesterday, for the 20th anniversary of David Brent, I might get pop stars to cover some of his songs for a laugh. Right? And Dave Thomas Jr. pops up and says, I'll do Spaceman. I went, do it now. And he did. And it's amazing. I've tweeted it, but check it out. And buy his other tracks as well. He's got an Afterlife EP out because he did, as I say, Silence and Little Piece of Nothing. I listen to Little Piece of Nothing every day. It's just... Anyway, there you go. Alexa. Buy Spaceman by David Brent. Sorry about that. That must be annoying now. But is it still funny? And if it's not funny, can I get it funny again? That's the that's the challenge. And where are you watching this from? Let me know. Somebody just said, Ricky, have you ever won any awards? Very funny. Florida. Oh, you're probably busy in America, aren't you? Watching the inauguration. Oh, it's done, isn't it? It's pretty much done. Done and dusted. People saying it's still funny, me shouting at Siri and Alexa. Hello from Portugal. New Jersey. Canada. Dorset. Hampstead, just down the road. Grimsby. York. Germany. Tel Aviv. Essex. Idaho. Old Trafford, Texas, Nigeria, Winnersh, Michigan, California, well, Copenhagen, we're everywhere, Islington, New York, everywhere, basically. Thanks for tuning in for some more absolute bollocks. I'm going to start with a question from Bella that I missed. Bella, the Bellington Whippet. I missed her question. I was gutted. That's my life now. Okay, so if you want to, what's an international, a globally successful comedian? Some would say the greatest. Some, like in the news when they say people were furious and they've got like one tweet. Well, I think I'm the greatest. So I'm allowed to say, some say he's the greatest. Right, Bella. Sometimes when I trump, it goes toot. That's an onomatopoeic word. So toot, toot, like that. So basically, what you've tuned into all over the world, right, is me telling you that this dog, when it pumps, it goes toot. Sometimes when I trump, I go toot, and it makes me jump. So I look round to see where the noise came from. Have you ever done a trump that was surprisingly tuneful? If so, perhaps we could start our own band. Do you know what? That would be amazing. There's this. I think he might be 19th century or turn of the 20th, and he's I think his name's Le Peterman. He's he's sort of a French Victorian, vaudeville act. And he could fart in tune. Like he could circular breathe, and so he'd go like that. I mean, it wasn't brilliant. It wasn't pitch perfect, but considering it was coming out of his anus, I think he did amazingly well. Now, I don't know why he's not the most famous person in the world ever. I mean, Jesus, he turned water into wine. Amazing trick. But to fart a song, I mean, that's fucking incredible. So, yeah, I wish I could. I haven't, no, Bella, but I wish I could. That would be. Who have I annoyed in that? So I've annoyed Christians by bringing Jesus into it, which I didn't. There's no disrespect there, but I'm saying I said he was good. I said good, but this bloke could fart in tune. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's better than Jesus. I'm saying, in fact, out of the two, I probably wish I could turn water into wine, if I'm honest. But considering how famous Jesus is, right? This bloke, I think, should at least be second. Right. Teddy, the Romanian rescue. Sometimes when I'm excited, I forget my tail belongs to me, and I spin round and round until I catch it. If you had a tail to chase, how many spins do you think you could do without getting dizzy? Not many now. I always feel a bit sick. I get up feeling a bit sick. I don't know why. I get up dehydrated. I'll tell you why I get up dehydrated now, right? It used to be because I drank too much, I think. And, you get all a bit of it, right? When I used to work, I used to start, a couple of pints after work and then come home and I wake up, a bit groggy. Now I don't. Now I'm a bit more careful, right? Because I don't like having a hangover. But now I wake up dehydrated because the cat, Pickle, wakes me up to play at like 4 o'clock. And whenever I'm woken up, I go to have a wee. So I think, I might as well have a wee. So if it wakes me up 3 times, I have 3 wees. So I'm weeing, right? I'm weeing 3 times in the night. So I'm tired. I wake up tired. I wake up dehydrated. And I haven't had too much to drink. So, anyway, I don't think I could do many turns now because I'm just not as fit as I was. I can't do anything as well. I sort of break. I twist an ankle. Jane got me some special things for my shoes, right? Not orthopedic, but because I got a banging on one thing and I hurt my ankle. I was overcompensating and my ankle went. And she got me these things that got little arches, and they're amazing. Pop them in your trainers, and you'd never know. I don't walk funny or anything, but they give me a little bit of. God Almighty, this has been medical. I reckon I could spin round 8 times if I had to before I went. No, I'm gonna throw up. Why am I telling you this? Nancy, if you were allowed to give a speech or a lecture to a big audience, what would the theme be? That's a tricky one. Well, there's 3 things that I can talk really confidently about and take on all comers that I know about, that I could probably. I reckon I could do a good 10 minutes on these without even practicing, and that's not comedy. I'll talk about what I know, which is opinion, of course, and it's subjective. But I talk about what I know and what principles of comedy and examples. I could do comedy, obviously. Free speech. I seem to have studied that inadvertently for like. It always comes back to that principle for me. All politics starts with that. Everything discussion, offence, right and wrong, everything, fundamental human rights. So I think I can, and there's so much misunderstanding that it's like you think that you can't make any quantum leaps when you talk about that, because there's such a fundamental misunderstanding about what free speech is with the general public. It should be taught in schools what free speech is. Comedy, free speech, and animal welfare. And I can go off on millions of tangents with animal welfare because that is complex. So I think the best thing, probably the first two, if I wanted to be funny as well. It's typical to be funny with animal welfare. Kiki, say this was a world where there was only one ruler, and for a day you ruled it. I like it. I don't actually. I'd say no. If someone said, "Oh, you're the ruler of the world," on the 5th of June, I wouldn't sleep till the 5th of June. On the 4th of June, I'd get out of it. I'd go, I can't. I can't do it. I don't want the pressure. You have the power to change the laws, but only one law you choose stays changed after 24 hours. What law would you want changed permanently? Well, it would be something around human or animal rights, definitely. It'd be good, wouldn't it, to you're not allowed to kill anything for a laugh. You're not allowed to kill an animal for a laugh. You're not allowed to just go trophy hunting. It's illegal. I mean, it should be in fox hunting. Just ridiculous fucking blood sports. You're not allowed to cause an animal any fucking pain unless it's a really good reason, like self-defense. If you're asleep at night and a shark gets in your window and starts eating it, you're allowed to hurt it. There you go. Anything else? Don't fucking torture and murder animals for a laugh. That's gone, right? Yeah, that one. Titch. Hey, Uncle. My question for tonight's show. Why the preamble? Why the build-up? Just ask the question. That annoys me when someone sends me an email. Can I ask you a question? But now I've got to reply and go, yeah. What is your fucking question? Just ask the question. Right. My question for tonight's show, if you choose it, get on with it. Mummy's favourite artist is Salvador Dali. She especially loves apparition of face and fruit dish on a beach. Do you have a favourite artist or particular style of art that you love? I do. The reason I laughed at Salvador Dali's title of his thing is because it's funny. And I'll tell you a story about it. When I was on the dole, for a couple of years, we had no money. We were living in the shitty flat. I had no money. So all I could do all day is, I think I was probably writing songs or something. But all I'd do was I'd get fit. I'd go running. I'd run everywhere. I couldn't afford cabs. Even the tube fare was like a waste of money because we were on a couple of quid a day, and beer was like 150 of that. So I used to run everywhere, and the best places to run were things that were free. So I'd run to museums and art galleries. I did them all, right? And I remember I went to one, and there was a Dali exhibition on. I thought it was great. And I'm in there in my scruffy old tracksuit. I think I had a ponytail. I don't know, what was I, 23, sweating. And I looked at one exhibit, and it was the one that's an old Baker-like telephone with a plastic lobster as the receiver, right? And there's people looking at it like that. And I went up, and I sort of looked at it, and then I saw the title, and it just said Lobster Telephone, and that made me laugh because it was so blatant, right? It's a work of art, and all these people like that, and it went Lobster Telephone. It's lobster on a telephone. What should we call it? Lobster Telephone, right? And I laughed, and a couple of people gave me a dirty look. They went, like, what's he doing here? Right? And it really fucking annoyed me. Like, oh, you know more about art than me, do you? Because I'm a scruffy cunt in a ponytail and a shit tracksuit. And I just thought, also, I want to go, there's a bit in a Woody Allen film, right? I wanted to go, well, here's Salvador Dali. Salvador, all right? Were you having a laugh? Yeah, see? Now fuck off. He was having a laugh. So that's my anecdote of Dali. But my favourite overall is I like drama. I like drama in art. I like it in all art. Something dramatic, something that emotional. If you can download an emotion, I like it in music. So Turner, I think Turner's amazing. Just the colour, the palette, the way he does it. And I like Rembrandt because I like all the Dutch artists, but I like Rembrandt because not only is it perfect and sort of photoreal, it's lumpy. Do you know what I mean? It's dramatic. Like just the black backgrounds and the half the face. It's so I like that sort of. I like drama in art. Does that answer your question? Yeah, it does, don't you? Freya, if you were to make a film or TV series about your life, what actor would you want to be you? It can't be yourself. That's too hard, isn't it? That's too hard. Also, is it one actor that has to play me at sort of 18 to 60? So like, because that'd be easier, because then it wouldn't have to be someone, it wouldn't have to be a short, fat, middle-aged bloke, would it? It could be someone who played me at 18 and then just make him fat and old. So, you know, I don't know. It could be Ryan Reynolds or what's it, oldie? He's about 49. But you know what I mean? So it could just be you'd want a good young actor to play me young and then have to put on all these fucking fat prosthetics. Oh dear. I don't know any 25-year-old actors that would play me young. Maybe I just start at 40. Yeah. Who could it be? It's too hard. Would have to be English or maybe. Oh God, I don't want a posh actor playing me, do I? Sound a bit. I don't know anyone. I don't watch any telly. I only watch foreign dramas. We watch 2 episodes of Vikings every night now, and the 2 episodes we watched last night were amazing. Really, I mean, there's obviously your fair share of you got your pillaging, you got all that, you got your murders. They're safe, but there was 2 that was like really quite philosophical when they were talking about whose God was right, and I don't want to give it away, but Ragnar is talking to the king, who's played by Ken Barlow's son, who's in Coronation. This is, I mean, I don't know what this means to an American. This might as well not be on, might it? Because it's like I'm just sitting here talking bollocks to cats and dogs. It's getting pretty existential now, isn't it? You'll miss me when I'm gone. I want clips of this shown. Again, when I die, I don't want creator of David Brent and Afterlife, clips from that. I want clips from this. Oh dear. Right. Lola, the Airedale Terrier. Oh no, sorry, I missed one out. Tiana, what is your favourite childhood memory that comes to mind tonight? First one. I remember I used to run home from school when I was in junior school to play with my cat, my first cat that my mum said was mine, called Paddy. And I couldn't wait to go home from school to play with him. My only friend was a cat. I had a little wicker chair. Right, when I was little, like a little wicker chair, and I'd come home and eat, and Paddy would be in it, and I'd play with him. That's my that's a good memory. Right, Lola the Airedale Terrier. My favourite thing to do when I'm not working, in brackets chasing squirrels, is to dig big holes. What is your favourite thing to do when you're not working? Right, my favourite thing to do when I'm not working would be to watch you dig a big hole, Lola. I love a dog excited about something. Digging, eating mud, drinking in a puddle, playing with a ball. I could watch dogs playing. I do. We go for walks. We know so many dogs by name. We call them and they come running over. What a privilege. The best thing someone can say is, "Oh, he doesn't usually like people," and I feel so proud, like I've got superpowers. Oh dear. Tara, I have a question for your Twitter live. If you could rewrite Afterlife all over again, Jesus, would there be anything that you would change? Do you know what? I'm quite militant about it, and I've had sort of questions about this again. I'm not one for changing history or imagine in changing history, because even if there's things I think I could have done better, which there inevitably would be, I look back, every little thing would have an effect, and it might not be as good now. Everything you do, good or bad, leads to where you are now. And because I'm happy with where I am now in my life, I wouldn't take the risk of changing anything. Even things that I think, things that I didn't use, I could say I wouldn't bother writing them. But writing them made you think of something that then you wrote something that you used. So I know that's like a cop out, but I can't think of anything without consequences, if you know what I mean. I suppose I wished. Well, obviously, I wish I filmed it before the pandemic. I wish I'd written and filmed series 3 before the pandemic. But was there another change? I don't know, because you worry about these things at the time. Like, spoiler alert, you think about, do I kill off that character? He's such a good character. But then you think, yeah, but that's a lovely piece of drama. And then you've got all the fallout. And it makes you try harder. Letting something go, So that's not to say I don't think that I could have done better or it could be improved. Or if I did it now, it might, But I can't think of anything that I'm not happy with overall, and that's the important thing. Leopold and Loveday. Do you think Pickle will miss you when you go back to work full time? And what is the one thing you will miss when you're no longer home every day? Thanks, Mr. Ricky. Well, I'm not out long. When I'm in, she's probably sleeping for most of it. So I don't think she'll miss me like that. Are we still broadcasting? Because I'm always nervous now. Are we still broadcasting? Let me know if we're not. I'm very nervous. I just suddenly thought, what if I'm still here talking to myself again? I think we're still broadcasting. Yeah, well, I think, thank you. Everyone's saying yes. Thank you very much. I mean, yeah, I miss her because if I'm a bit bored, I'll go and find her. I'll go and get her out the laundry basket and bring her in, sit next to me. Let me take some pictures. But when I'm working, I probably won't have time to think about her. Will she miss me? No. She just sit on them. She just sleep, won't she? She'd I think she'd miss both of us. I think if we, when we leave her for a week, she might miss us. But cats, they're all right. They go whatever. You feed them somewhere warm, they're cool. Susie Hope, you gave up job interview advice Sunday. Any advice for someone feeling a bit down, in brackets me, in hospital and in pain? Oh, thank you for all you do. You make such a difference to both humans and animals. I hope you feel better soon. What advice do I give you if you're feeling a bit down and in hospital? I suppose you've got to do everything you can to make yourself feel good, or the things you like. Watch a box set. Watch The Sopranos from the beginning. Watch comedy. Watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Watch things you like. Be creative. Write about it. Moan about it. Write a blog. Moan about it. Get things off your chest. Write things about someone really annoying in the next bed. Make yourself laugh. Sometimes, right, if someone's annoying me, if I think of something about them, right, you know, like fucking hell, is eating like a fat frog, right? And then I feel sorry for them because I think, oh, that poor bloke, he doesn't know that I'm calling him a fat frog. And then I feel sorry for him, and that makes me feel better. So, you know, you look forward to better days and keep yourself active. Creativity, play chess, try and get good at something if you can. Yeah, take care of yourself. Just care about yourself. Get yourself feeling better. Whatever. Think what would make you feel better. Do that. That's probably terrible advice. Our doctor's saying, no, don't say that to people. Some of them are in here because they did stupid things. Some of them are in here because they used to like jumping off bridges and onto cars. Don't tell them to do what they like. Gunner. End with Gunner. Well, it's flown by, hasn't it, this? Me talking bollocks and giving... but I must just say, any advice I give, don't say, I'm not a doctor. I'm not in anything. I'm not a politician. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. So... Gunner, can you tell us what you know? We've left the best till last. This Gunner's come through with the big... We've got things about like medical advice and feeling good and writing and all that and animal welfare. Right? This is Gunner's question. Can you tell us what you know about the difference between ferrets and weasels? Right. I can tell you, which is fuck all. I don't know the difference. Well, I think weasels are probably a bit bigger. And a ferret's more... Are they nearly domesticated? I assume they were... I think ferrets are smaller. Weasels are a bit bigger. Weasels are more sort of streetwise, aren't they? They could probably survive better. A ferret... That's not true, is it? Ferret could... I don't know. They've both got great names. Ferret and weasel. Also, both verbs. To ferret and to weasel out of stuff. To weasel, and they what? Good luck to them both. Good luck to the ferret and the weasel and the stoat. Ferret, weasel, stoat, polecat. Polecat. What's that? That's polecat. Ferret, stoat, weasel, polecat. All good. All good in their own way. Similar but different. Right, this was absolute bollocks, wasn't it? Mink, someone said. Mink, ferret, stoat, weasel, polecat. Weasels are wild. So someone said, "Oh, see that? Yeah, see. I think that's right, isn't it? Is a ferret a weasel? Are they a type of? Are all of them types of weasels? I should have looked this up, shouldn't I? Thank you very much. Check out my Twitter, and I've tweeted Dave Thomas Jr.'s version of Spaceman. Buy the original as well if you want. Hey Siri, buy David Brent Life on the Road. Alexa, buy David Brent Life on the Road. Right. Oh, thanks everyone. Stay safe. Be nice to animals. Fuck off, Colin. Have a good week. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.